What is up, Rare Nation? It's your boy Rare John coming at you with the recap video for the preseason game that just went down against the Tennessee Titans. We lose to the Titans 27-14. It was a pretty, you know, kind of take the good with the bad type of game in this one. I truly believe if it was a regular season game, this shit would have turned into a shootout. Both offenses were just clicking. Like there was good plays on both sides. And I believe that the one thing that they had the edge on when it came to us is their defense. Their defense looks a lot improved compared to last year, although they were pretty good last year too. I mean, they didn't do that bad, but it it just looks like they've actually grown a little bit as a team. So I find it very interesting. Like seeing us play them in the preseason, knowing that we're going to see them in week 3 of the regular season. So who knows if we kept things, the cards close to the vest. Who knows if we actually, showed something that we might try against them. We don't know until that game happens. But one thing I do know is that's going to be a good game. I think we match up with them pretty well. Although one thing that they had the edge on us with was the run defense. And guys, I'm a little worried about this shit because our run defense used to be like on point at the beginning of the year. It was on point through the preseason last year. This year, it just doesn't look the same. They might have tweaked a few things trying to make the defense better, but honestly, that was one thing I held my head up high when it came to our team, was that we were really good at stopping the run. And right now it doesn't look like we could stop the run. So far, every team we have faced has ran it down our throats. And not against our second string and third string. I'm talking about our first string defense cannot stop the fucking run. And it's starting to get annoying. I find it a little frustrating, especially in this game. But it is preseason. Who knows, But at the same time, guys, we got to execute. It's basic, standard procedure when it's preseason. It's basic drills, basic play calls, basically very vanilla shit. But you must execute, and we are not executing on defense when it comes to defending the run, and it's a little frustrating, guys. Derek Carr actually looked a lot more poised in this game. Came out, just on his opening drive, just started slinging it. And Mari Cooper, Mike Crabtree, just kind of dusted off their cleats real quick and went out there and put on a show. Couple good catches. Crabtree had this beautiful over the shoulder catch, just like right into the bucket, and it was a beautiful throw by Carr, beautiful catch by Crabtree. And if he would have just had an extra step on that defender, he would have been in zone. He was fucking good. That was a beautiful catch. He put it right where it needed to be too. So that was a nice one. But I think one of the best plays of this game was when Derek Carr, stepped back and shot it straight to Amari Cooper in the end zone, and Amari Cooper dragged his foot. He's been working on it, guys. So it just goes to show how Amari Cooper focuses when he practices, guys. He's been working on that foot drag, because it's not. That's one thing I even said a couple times. He needs to work on that a little better. But he dragged his foot perfectly and caught the ball. Now there was some discussion whether or not that ball, hit the, maintain control because it turned a little or something. It never really hit the floor. It was always in, grasp of his hand. But, if the ball turns or some bullshit like that, it's considered not a catch. I don't know. All I know is you got to play the way the game is called, and it was called a catch. So it was a beautiful catch to me. On defense, one thing I noticed, Emerson was putting the locks. I mean, the locks on whoever the hell he was covering. He was doing a really good job in this game. Kind of, just like I said, dusting the rust off. It was a little bumpy here and there for him during this preseason. But it seems like he's, kind of getting into his rhythm, getting into his groove, and he settled down pretty good. One thing that frustrated me was actually Sean Smith he's always there. He's always there to make a play, but it's always he just misses it by this much, by this much. He is like once he gets back in the the play of things, I'm pretty sure he's gonna make that play. But I noticed this in almost every game he played in the preseason. He almost made an interception, but it bounced off his hands, slightly dropped it at the last second, or bounced off his chest, or he the defender managed to knock the ball out of his hand. It was every single time this man is about to make a play, something happens and it just doesn't happen. This one was just a very well placed ball by Mariota. However, Smith could have made that catch. It went literally straight through his fingertips, and the freaking receiver caught the damn ball and started running with it. It was a bad outcome, but it's kind of good to see that he's there to make those plays. But I just wish he would execute on those plays a little better. I think he's gonna, like I said, I'm not too worried about Sean Smith. I think he's gonna be a really good player for us this season. So Derek Carr actually ended, I think the first half, 10 of 15, 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. Could have had a third touchdown, but I don't know what the fuck happened. He just threw the ball out of bounds, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the fuck that was. Yeah, but it's preseason, guys. It's fucking preseason. Normally, he'd probably make a different read or something, but it is preseason, guys. You look for things differently. The preseason, you try and see what you could do. He even broke it down once where he said, like, I'm gonna try shit that not gonna try in regular season because I want to see if it works. That's what preseason's for. So I don't know, but that was a bullshit ass throw, and I hope he never fucking does that during the regular season because that was garbage. But 2 touchdowns, guys, and both were beautiful. I already talked about the one to Cooper. Fucking beautifully thrown. The other one he threw was to DeAndre Washington, and this kid, wow, I like what I see from DeAndre Washington. There's these cuts he makes that are just incredible. I have not seen like those kind of runs in a while. Like just the dodging, the making it yourself kind of runs, the make someone miss kind of runs. I've seen mostly Murray just one cut and go type shit. Like, run up the hole when the hole's there type shit. This guy, he's a little different of a runner, He's straight come out the backfield. And what I love about him is his route running ability. He actually can run a route. Like that throw from Derek Carr into the end zone was a, simple route, guys, but that's a running back that ran it beautifully, and it was great. That was nice to see. And I'm really interested to see who's gonna back up Latavius Murray because Jalen Richard looked actually pretty good too. But DeAndre Washington, man, that kid got something, man. He got something. He took a really big hit too. That's the thing. He took a solid hit, fumbled the ball, but the ball popped up. Let's get it straight, guys. Not many people could take a hit like that and hold on to the ball. But he got back up and ran it again a few snaps later when we got the ball back. So, guy is tough. Biggest plus on offense was definitely the touchdowns from Derek Carr. Getting more in tune with the receivers, getting more, into rhythm with them. It was nice to see that. The biggest negative out of the whole situation on offense was our running game wasn't on point throughout the whole, first team reps. I thought Latavius Murray didn't look like a number one running back, guys. Matter of fact, DeAndre Washington actually looked a little bit better from here and there, but they're not showing their whole hand. They're not putting in certain run schemes that they do during the regular season. We're going to be playing this team later on in the year, so I understand that. I think the biggest negative on defense was definitely our run defense. It looked horrible. I mean, just downright bad. And I think we could do a lot better than that. I believe in this team's run defense. I think we had one of the top run defenses last year. It was in the top 10 at some point in the year, and then it just, kind of went to shit. But I believe we can actually have a top 10 defense in both run and both pass this year if we actually get our fucking shit together. Right now, it ain't looking good, but it's preseason. Um, I don't know. And the number one thing I think that I took out of this game though is progression, guys. It's coming along pretty nicely. It's progressing really, really well, man. There's just certain things that we need to work on and touch up here and there, but that goes with any team in the league. And some teams during preseason show a lot more than other teams. Like us, for instance, we're very vanilla. There's other teams that aren't as vanilla when they're fucking running shit because maybe it's their first time coaching. They actually have more, layers into their system they got to install into all these people that, on this team. And they're actually teaching more and having them experience more so that way they could get the knowledge and the know-how of that system. Whereas we are already in tuned with it. We're already been through all this same system last year. So there's actually little things that we're adding here, trying to see what we get away with on this time around, tweaking a few things here and there. There's not as much that we have to throw out there during a preseason game. And what bugs the shit out of me is when people want to fucking point that out while everybody else is playing this. No, they're not. All right. They're not. It's not the same shit. All right. Some people are playing a lot more on their hands because they can or because they have to. Us, we don't got that luxury. Maybe. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. I don't fucking know. I'm not a fucking coach and neither the fuck are you. Now, this game, was actually, it was okay, guys. We lost. Yes. But it was good to see our starting, offense actually put some points up on the board, move the ball, and it was good to see actual, progress. So I think, all in all, I think it was a good outing from our first team offense. First team defense, just needs to work on that run defense really bad. There were a couple good plays, like I said. Emerson looked good in this. He was shutting down whoever the hell they had, him up against. Khalil Mack got a couple good pressures in there. Irving was putting in work too. But I think one of the best freaking plays I seen was actually a bad play because they made the completion. But it was the way it went down. Henny. Oh, Ben Henny. Wow. What a fucking hit. I honestly got a flashback from Al Davis, what he said. At least between the first 5 to 10 plays of the game, the quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And fuck, did he live up to that shit? That was a good fucking hit. I hope he does shit like that throughout the year. That was solid. And it was a completion, guys, but just putting putting the wood on a motherfucker like that can really set the tone of a game, guys. And that was good to see. And depth on special teams is ridiculous, guys. We were stopping them in their own 10, within their 20 almost every single time. But they would march down and, score because our run defense wasn't that legit. Another thing you got to give up props to is their offense is good, guys. They're going to have a good offense this year. Their running game is legit. Fucking Murray showing up like that thing that happened with the Eagles wasn't shit to him. So he's showing up and actually showing out now. Looking pretty good. And that rookie they got. Come on, guys. That rookie. He's good. He's fucking good. And then, you got your quarterback a fucking run. They got a solid run game and they got a really good pass game too. So, yeah, you could give it up, give all our defense a bunch of shit for it, but you got to understand those guys get paid to play too, and they were making some good plays out there. I'll give it up to the Titans offense. They're going to be real good this year. Um, what I found interesting though was how we didn't adjust. Throughout the game in the first half, we did not adjust, and it showed. It was very sloppy. I didn't like it at all, but it's vanilla for a reason, guys. We're gonna be seeing them in week 3, and so we can't show our whole hand. But us as fans, of course, we want to see that whole hand, and we want to see what we're gonna see during the season because we're impatient. But hey, whatever. So Raiders lose this one, 27-14. Um, is what it is, guys. It was a take the good with the bad type of game. We had some good moments in the game, but the bad news is we just didn't pull it out as a whole team effort. Third string, fourth string, um, shit was looking good here and there. George Atkinson actually had a good run, a couple good runs actually. And damn, our depth, man, we're gonna have so much good depth. I'm tripping out on this, guys. I'm really happy about our depth. Even in the Packer game, which was horrendous and horrible, you could totally tell our special teams depth and our depth at other positions is looking pretty good, and I'm looking forward to that. So, all right, that's gonna do it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what it is. Go Raiders.